Hey everyone. So right from the jump, one thing I love that the chapter did is having Shin be the one to kind of set the terms that although he would like to work together with Taro like he always does, this whole test for him is the perfect battleground in order to take that next step towards honing his skills and honing and sharpening his skills. So to where he can become a more powerful asset to Taro rather than a burden. And again, I do like how Taro, without needing to say anything, understood Shin's intentions and let him loose. And I think seeing Shin's commitment to getting stronger in this chapter, I think in his own way made Taro realize he needs to do the same, that he can't grow complacent and that he himself he needs to hone his own skills as well to find his own path to get stronger as well. So I like how they are kind of motivating each other through competing against each other in a way. And I like how I do like how Shin is taking that initiative to show that he doesn't just want to be the pretty much Taro's sidekick all the time. He wants to be able to fight against him. And I think again, like I said before, I think more than anything, I think the experience of going up against Uzuki for that first time, and just seeing his aura at the lab, I think combined together to say, he's not strong enough in order to back Taro up when he's going to need him the most. And yeah, Taro himself, I like how we see in this chapter, he's again growing more curious about Akira, asking her questions of just where all these skills come from. And even if we can't fully read his face, you can tell the cogs are turning. He's putting the pieces together as to just who Akira really is. Now, admittedly, when I read through this chapter at first, the one part I hated was the ending when supposedly Taro's team got stuck in the trap, because while I definitely could see Headband Guy falling into the trap was an Akira due to her experience, I felt this was weirdly out of character for Taro to fall for such a simple trap. Now, again, keep in mind, that's what I initially thought, but one small corner panel of Taro saying don't, trying to warn Headband Boy, kind of made me walk back that criticism just from how, the guy just kind of stupidly sprung the trap and fucked over everyone else involved, which although that in itself, I do gotta say, also adds a new criticism to the pile, which is that why the fuck is this guy even taking the test to begin with? Like, I know he's supposedly comic relief, but on top of being straight up accident prone, there's nothing about this guy so far that says to me he would make a great assassin. Even if he passed the test out of some fluke, the only way I still wouldn't think he was a great assassin. The only way that any of this guy's actions or anything he does make any sense is if he's if the whole blundering doofus thing is all an act in order to intentionally basically screw up the other contestants. But if it's not, then my guy, you need to drop out now and just find a cubicle job. You'd be safer in a job like that than being an assassin. If you're an assassin, you'd be a danger to everyone else fucking around you, including other assassins. So please, motherfucker, stop right now. But credit where it's due, though. The man who trapped them came prepared not only to pin them down, but had a crew all ready to attack. He meticulously planned this out against the group that, honestly, let's be honest, probably didn't need it unless you're going up against Taro and Akira. Although, considering one of the people who is trapped is Taro, you just know there's going to be one hell of a get back once the smoke clears. In fact, the thing I'll be curious to see is if we'll see Taro slim down after the smoke clears, because if we do know there's a very real chance that if we do, there's a very real chance that keeping his identity a secret gets shot to hell. Then again, so far it doesn't seem like many even know Taro's face as well, just the name, so it might not matter in terms of most of the people present recognizing him, but if Akira is related to a cow Taro knows from the past, then she herself might recognize him for sure. Again, though, that's even assuming he does slim down, and it does feel like this ending does feel like a bit of a bait for us to assume that'll all happen. But regardless, I'm more curious of what kind of plan Taro cooked up to get out of the trap, because as he said, they're trapped in a pretty strong net. So what's the way to get out of the trap? Like the best I can come up with is to pull your weight on the weakest point of the net, so it kind of loosens up. But that's the only thing I can think of right now in that situation. Uh, but with that said, this chapter also goes out of its way to once again show that now is a fucking problem. Like she is a psychopath with the skills of a professional assassin, and while I'm pretty confident in Shin's ability to maneuver her and maybe even get stronger from the experience, this also feels like the type of enemy that requires both Shin and Taro to defeat together. Like I know I just said just now that I'm confident in Shin's ability. I also get the feeling where even if a fight against now helps Shin fully awaken his powers, I feel like he still might get taken out, and then at that point, it's gonna be up to Taro and maybe teaming up with Shin to get payback. Like right now, I'm not seeing too many scenarios which to take now out other than to basically team up in some form against her, because she feels like the series version of the Terminator. That like this girl will not go down unless you absolutely give her no room in order to maneuver. Like you have to kind of almost box her in, and honestly even then I think that might make her even more dangerous. So yeah, I'm kind of at a loss on how you even defeat someone like now right now. It's one of those things that's just going to be really interesting to see how all this shit plays out in itself. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm on Blue Sky and on Crunchyroll. Be sure to push the subscribe button and just the guys. Dark Knight, signing off. Later, everyone.